Hi buddy, Bill here, still here and looking pretty old. I think I've aged about 10 years in the last 2 years. All these lines on my face. Anyway, how am I doing? Well, Hannah's just popped out for a coffee with some friends, so it's a good time to give you an update. Actually, at the moment, I'm feeling pretty good, but it's not often I do feel like that. I seem to be in a constant cycle of pain or discomfort or both. It's one of three things. It's either this hot lava poo in my backside, which I call it, because I was lucky enough to pick up an anal fissure. I can't say anus without laughing. I'm sorry. I'm never going to get over that. Because I got a tear in my anus, apparently. It's so painful with the poo passing through it. So, of course, when you're pooing as much as I am, it's not good for that. It's not getting a chance to heal. And that hot lava sensation is really painful. So it's either that or it's this awful griping pain in my gut, which I don't know what that is. It's like irritable bowel or indigestion. It feels like that. Or it might be linked to blockages. And that's the third sensation I get, where you feel like I've got another blockage. And I'm now paranoid about that because I do not want to go through what happened in the hospital. It was horrible. With that NG tube up my nose, which incidentally, my phone didn't like either because it wouldn't open up for me because it said it didn't recognise my face. Facial recognition, I look like the Elephant Man. Nobody liked that tube. So I don't want to go through that again. I've become a bit paranoid about everything, about eating and getting a blockage. So the first sign of like thinking, oh no, maybe I've eaten too quickly or I haven't chewed it properly, I start to sort of get a bit nervous. Whereas I used to shove food in my face like there was no tomorrow and not think twice. Maybe that's my problem. Do you know, one time, there's Pizza Hut do that eat as much as you like. When I was younger, the kids were younger and we went as a family, we went to the Pizza Hut place in Croydon, and I said, right, I went for 20 slices of the deep pan pizza in one sitting. My kids couldn't believe it. It was funny though. But yeah, that's the sort of pig I was, and maybe that's the result. Maybe my condition is something to do with that. Anyway. That's not the point. So I am struggling a bit. And of course, when I was in hospital and I saw, when I was released from the hospital, I came home, and of course, I was under a regime where I was having loperamide to slow down my bowel. When I got home, I thought, well, I haven't got any instructions about whether to take loperamide or not, because I don't want to take loperamide and cause a blockage. That's the last thing I want. So I phoned up the hospital and spoke to one of the doctors on the wards, and they said, no, don't take the loperamide. So I didn't. So of course I was pooing a lot, which made the hot lava sensation happen because it's not helping my fissure to mend. Because Danko gave me this special cream, which I've got to put on morning and night for the fissure to help. It's a 6-week course. But of course, it's hardly on there for any length of time because after 30 minutes, it's gone because it's washed away by the old bidet. I love my bidet. So that was the dilemma I was in. Well, I got a phone call from Jackie Denton, one of the colorectal nurses, and she said, no, you should be taking loperamide. You should be. And I said, well, surely that's going to cause a blockage. She said, no, you take it because, and this makes sense to me now, the loperamide slows down the activity in the large bowel. It's that last section of the bowel where it will make sure that you are getting the moisture sucked out of all the foods and stuff, so it's not like diarrhea when it comes out of you. That's what loperamide does. It doesn't slow things down at the top in the small intestine, and that's where the blockage was, because my problem was not the original site of the surgery near my anus. I can't say anus without laughing. Can anybody? Or is it just me? So yes, at the site of the anus, it's not there. That's not where I've got a problem. It's back where they did the reversal, where the stoma was reversed. That's where the tubes have not got the elasticity because there's anastomosis, I think it's called, where stuff can't pass through it properly. That's where the blockage was happening. And that's where I think it is continuing to happen because I'm still getting that sensation a little bit. Now, Danko said in hospital that 95% of patients do not need further surgery when this sort of thing happens. Which category am I going to be in? I wonder. Well, I'm not the luckiest of people so far, so we'll see how that goes. But it makes sense, doesn't it? So the loperamide slows down the large intestine. So I started taking it again. So it slowed down the output, which is giving more chance for the cream to work. But I'm waiting for a call back from Jackie, who she was going to speak to Duncan. He's had some time off, and well deserved. But she's going to ask if I can put the ointment on after every motion. That's another word I can't say without laughing. Yeah, after every motion, because then it will have more chance of healing. I'm going to need more cream though, that's for sure. So, yes, I don't know. I was saying to Helen, we were saying earlier on, it's 2 months now since the surgery. It's 2 months, and I would have thought by now I'd be feeling a lot better than I am. I really hope these issues are resolved. I'm not at the point where I regret doing it, having the reversal, because, well, I've got to go for this now, because, of course, don't forget, if the problem I'm suffering is at the site of the stoma reversal, it's that surgery, if and it wasn't an option for me to continue having the ileostomy bag as a permanent thing. They were always going to make it, I think, a colostomy. Well, had I had a colostomy bag put on that in my large bowel, I would have still had the same joint I've got now where the stoma was reversed, wouldn't I? So I would still be getting these blockages, but I would have the bag as well. So I'd be doubly worse off, wouldn't I? So yeah, it was the right decision, I think, to have the reversal. It's just that maybe I've just got bad material. My guts are not, they don't mend very well. It's poor sort of stomach that they're working with there. So anyway, I'm well, 2 months on. I was hoping I'd be feeling a bit better by now, and it feels like I can manage a walk around the block. I can do that. I can go. We've had a couple of trips out. We've been still working on the kitchen extension thing we're doing, and we've been out. But yesterday we had a little drive out to look at some kitchen stuff, and I managed like a couple of hours away from the house without too much problem. But I can't do much more than that. Still not had any alcohol, any partying, anything like that. I'm a long way off from that, and I'm hoping that things will improve. So that's that's where I'm at the moment. Again, no need for any comments. I'm going to disable them so you don't feel you have to. And thank you for your support. Still lots of good messages coming in. New subscribers as well. And some of you are going through similar things to me. And unless you've been through this, I don't think you can really appreciate what it's like. And I can paint a picture that it's all fun and games and a bit of a laugh, but you've got to look on the bright side, haven't you? But there's a lot of downsides to it as well, obviously. But you've got to be positive, haven't you? All right, I'm going to check out now, and I'll update you probably next time Helen goes for a coffee with her friends. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.